I'm about to share something that might completely change how you think about managing diabetes. Here is a shocking statistic. 50% of people with insulin resistance are deficient in one simple mineral. And when we fix this deficiency, many of my patients see dramatic improvements in their blood sugar control. Now, what is this mineral? Magnesium. Now, you might be thinking, come on, doc, it cannot be that simple. But here's the science. Magnesium is completely crucial for insulin receptor sensitivity. When you're deficient, your cells literally cannot respond properly to insulin at all, no matter how much your pancreas makes or produces insulin. I prescribe magnesium glycinate 300 to 400 milligrams daily to most of my insulin-resistant patients. And the results, they're often incredible. Not only do we see better glucose uptake and improved insulin sensitivity, but patients also report better sleep, reduced cravings, less anxiety, and decreased muscle tension. Think about it. If your body cannot use insulin properly because you're missing this one mineral, adding it back is like giving your cells the key they need to unlock and use glucose effectively. Now, I'm not saying throw away your medications tomorrow, but I'm saying that before we reach for more prescriptions, we should ask, what is your body actually missing? The beautiful thing about magnesium is that it addresses multiple issues all at once. Better sleep means lower cortisol. Lower cortisol means less insulin resistance. It's all connected. Here's what I want you to do. Ask your doctor to test your magnesium levels, especially in red blood cells, not just the serum magnesium, because serum magnesium is not very accurate. Ask for RBC magnesium or magnesium loading test. These give us a much better picture of your actual magnesium status. And here's the kicker. Magnesium deficiency is so common because our soils are depleted. We are under chronic stress, which burns through the magnesium, and many medications actually deplete magnesium stores. All those blood pressure medications and so forth you're possibly taking. So before you accept that you'll be on diabetes medications for life, consider this. What if your body just needs the right building blocks to heal itself? I have seen patients reduce their medication doses, improve their A1C levels, and feel better than they have in years, all by addressing this one simple deficiency. Now, your body has an incredible capacity to heal when given what it needs. Sometimes that is as simple as the right type of magnesium. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments, and remember, always work with your healthcare provider before making any drastic changes in your medications, but magnesium glycinate is an easy one to add on. Here's one test that could save your life. Today, I want to talk to you about a test that could literally save your life, but 99% of doctors never order it. It is called the omega-3 index test, and we do it right here in my clinic all the time. So, what exactly is omega-3 index? It is a simple blood test that measures the percentage of omega-3 fatty acids in your red blood cell membranes. And here's what is shocking. Most Americans have an omega-3 index between 4 and 5%, and most of them are below 4. That puts them in what we call the high risk zone. We want to see these levels above 8%, which is considered the cardioprotective zone. Why does this matter so much? Well, omega-3s are like the oil in your car engine. Without enough of them, everything starts breaking down. Your cell membranes become rigid, inflammation goes up, and your risk for heart disease, stroke, depression, and cognitive decline skyrockets. Studies show that people with an omega-3 index below 4% have a 90% higher risk of sudden cardiac death compared to those above 8%. That is almost double the risk, yet most doctors never check this because it's not insurance covered. The test is incredibly simple. A blood sample, results come back in a week, no fasting required, no special preparation. So here's what we typically find in our clinic. Patients who think they are eating healthy often have surprisingly low omega-3 levels. Even people taking fish oil supplements sometimes have suboptimal levels because they are not taking enough or they are taking poor quality supplements. And some people are taking way too much supplements with omega-3s. That's also not good either. That's why you need to keep that index in the right place. Once we know your omega-3 index, we can create a personalized plan to optimize it. This might include specific doctor recommendations or some high quality omega-3 supplements or both. Now, I have seen patients improve their omega-3 index from 4% to over 8% in just 3 months, and the changes are remarkable, like better energy, improved mood, clearer thinking, and most importantly, significantly reduced number of heart attacks and strokes. Now, beautiful thing about this test is that it is actionable. Unlike some tests that just give you information or numbers, that doesn't tell you what to do. Omega-3 index tells us exactly what we need to do to improve our health. If you are interested in getting this omega-3 index test, I would say just talk to your doctor if they know how to do that. It is one of the most important investments you can make in your long-term health. Remember, you cannot manage what you don't measure. Don't guess about your omega-3 status. Know it for sure. And thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. Hello there, I'm Dr. Ergin and I'm endocrinologist in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Today I want to talk about something that might completely shock you. Your healthy foods could be making you sick. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. I see patients all the time who are eating what they think is a perfect diet. Lots of vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, but they are still dealing with chronic inflammation, autoimmune issues, diabetes, and unexplained symptoms. And here's what most people don't understand. There is a huge difference between food allergies and food sensitivities. Food allergies cause immediate obvious reactions like hives or difficulty breathing, but food sensitivities is a different story. They're sneaky. They can cause delayed reactions that happen hours or even days after eating the trigger food. This is where the food sensitivity testing comes in. Everybody may have unique food sensitivities that may have nothing to do about how healthy the food is, and that can drive inflammation and problems in the immune system. But here's how it works. When you eat a food that you're sensitive to, your immune system produces antibodies called IgG. This triggers inflammation throughout your body. And over time, this chronic inflammation can lead to autoimmune diseases, digestive issues, skin problems, brain fog, fatigue, and yes, even diabetes. Now, inflammation from food sensitivities can damage your intestinal lining, leading to what we call leaky gut syndrome. When your gut becomes permeable, toxins and undigested food particles enter your bloodstream, triggering more inflammation and autoimmune reactions. Now, this chronic inflammatory state, also worsens insulin resistance. Your cells become less responsive to insulin, your blood sugar stays elevated, and your risk for diabetes increases. It's a vicious cycle that many people don't even realize they are stuck in. Some of the most common food sensitivities I see, I think they're eggs, dairy, gluten, soy, nuts, and even healthy foods like tomatoes, peppers, and citrus fruits. These foods are not inherently bad. They're just bad for certain people's immune systems. And tricky part is that you might feel fine immediately after eating these foods, and the reaction might not show up until the next day as a joint pain, brain fog, digestive issues, or fatigue. Sometimes it takes 3 days to show. Now, this isn't about eliminating foods forever. Often, after we heal the gut and reduce the overall inflammation, people can reintroduce some of these foods without problems. But first, we need to identify what's causing the inflammation and give your system a chance to heal. Food sensitivity testing might provide the answers that you have been looking for. Now remember, one person's superfood can be another person's poison. So what matters isn't whether a food is generally healthy. What matters is whether it is healthy for your unique immune system. Now, you can talk to our clinic, you can talk to your holistic or functional medicine provider and get that test going. Sometimes the path to healing starts with knowing what not to eat. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to Diabetes, Thyroid, and Hormone Center of the Treasure Coast. I'm Dr. Ergin. We are honored to be part of your care team, and we are committed to providing you with compassionate, thorough, and expert care every single visit. I want to address a few housekeeping items with you, and I'm gonna be honest and real. Wait times and realities of healthcare. Our team works hard to run on time. However, due to complex nature of healthcare system, especially with insurance red tape, delays unfortunately occur. So please work with us. Please know that this is not a reflection of your importance or valuing your time. It is simply the reality of what it takes to care for each patient properly in today's insurance system. But we understand if you want a VIP level service, walk in right on time and walk out anytime you want. If you value that expedited process, priority scheduling, and hence convenience, ask about joining our VIP club, designed specifically for patients who want a premium experience. And something we experience a lot for new patients is that if it takes more than 10 minutes after your appointment time to complete your new patient forms, your appointment may need to be rescheduled. We value your time and the time of every patient. So thank you for helping us stay on track. And if you want to read, you can take it home. And if you don't want to sign it, you don't have to. But if you are in the office, we expect you to sign it on time. And we treat all of our patients with respect and kindness. And we expect the same in return, please. Any form of rudeness, shouting, or disrespect towards our staff, nurses, physicians, will result in immediate discharge from our practice. We take pride in creating a safe, calm space for healing for everyone. I'm going to touch base on prior authorizations and insurance frustrations that we hear. I need to mention this. We are not legally required to complete prior authorizations or insurance paperwork for medications we prescribe, but we often do so as a courtesy to you. Please remember, delays in prior authorizations are caused by mostly insurance companies. Your patience is appreciated, really, while we work behind the scenes tirelessly to advocate for your care. And yes, there may be some phone hold times. And yes, our phones are busy. That is because we are handling enormous volume of calls, many of them involving complex insurance issues, but also people just want to call and chat all the time. That's okay, but you can help us to get to us faster. Why don't you text us or use our automated system instead of calling? You will save time yourself and you will help keep our lines open for those who really need our immediate assistance. And our commitment to you, behind every appointment is at least an hour of work, reviewing labs, writing notes, calling pharmacies, getting authorizations for your visits. And we love what we do, and we do it because we care. We just ask for a little understanding and respect in return. And guess what? We will do great together, and we cannot wait to see you. Hey there, I'm Dr. Ergin, an endocrinologist, a diabetes specialist in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Today I want to talk about metformin, one of the most prescribed diabetes medications in the world. It can be helpful for some people or some serious side effects your doctor probably never mentioned. Metformin is often called the miracle drug for diabetes, and yes, it can help lower the blood sugar. I'm not denying that, but here's what most doctors don't tell you. Metformin can seriously deplete your B12 levels. Studies show that up to 30% of people taking metformin develop B12 deficiency. Why does this matter? Well, B12 is crucial for nerve function and energy production and brain health. When you're deficient, you might experience fatigue, brain fog, memory problems, and depression. Even nerve damage that can mimic diabetic neuropathy. I see patients all the time who have been on metformin for years and are told that their fatigue and cognitive issues are just part of having diabetes. But when we test their B12 levels, they are often severely deficient, and the medication that is supposed to help them is actually creating new problems. So metformin also interferes with folate absorption. Folate deficiency can cause anemia, mood changes, and increase your risk of cardiovascular disease, the very thing that we are trying to prevent in patients with diabetes. Then there is the digestive issues. About 25% of people on metformin experience nausea, diarrhea, and stomach upset. Some people develop what's called metformin-associated lactic acidosis, which can be life-threatening, especially if you have kidney problems. And here's something really concerning. Metformin can also deplete CoQ10, the same nutrient that statins deplete. CoQ10 is essential for cellular energy production, especially in your heart and your muscles. And when you're deficient, you might experience muscle weakness, fatigue, or even heart problems. But here's the bigger issue. Metformin does not actually address the root cause of type 2 diabetes, which is insulin resistance. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken pipe. Sure, yeah, it might help manage blood sugar temporarily, but it is not fixing the underlying metabolic dysfunction. If you are on metformin, I'm not saying to stop it tomorrow. That's a decision you need to make with your doctor, but I am saying that you should be monitoring your B12, folate, CoQ10 levels regularly, or just take them preemptively. Most doctors never check these, just do your supplements on your own. And more importantly, work on addressing the root causes of your insulin resistance through diet and lifestyle changes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next time. Hey there, I'm Dr. Ergin, an endocrinologist in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Today I want to talk to you about milk thistle, one of the most powerful liver supporting supplements available and something that could dramatically improve your liver health. Milk thistle contains a compound called silymarin, which is incredibly protective for your liver. It helps regenerate liver cells, reduces inflammation, and supports your body's natural detox systems. I often recommend it for patients with fatty liver disease, elevated liver enzymes, or those who need extra liver support. Your liver is absolutely crucial for your overall health. It has over 500 functions, including detoxifying harmful substances, producing bile for fat digestion, storing vitamins and minerals, and regulating your blood sugar. Now, when your liver is not functioning optimally, you might experience fatigue, brain fog, digestive issues, and difficulty losing weight. Now, studies show that the milk thistle can help protect against liver damage from alcohol, environmental toxins, and even processed foods. It has also been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and may help with blood sugar control, which is why I find it particularly beneficial for my diabetic patients. What makes milk thistle so special is that it is ability to actually regenerate liver tissue. Unlike many organs, your liver has an amazing capacity to heal and rebuild itself when given the right support. Silymarin helps stimulate this regeneration process. I have seen patients with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease significantly improve their liver function tests after incorporating that milk thistle into their routine. Some have gone from having elevated liver enzymes to completely normal levels within just a few months. Now, milk thistle, it protects your liver cells from free radical damage, protects against the damage from statins, cholesterol drugs. And in our toxic world, where we are constantly exposed to chemicals and pesticides, pollutants, and plastics, this protection is very important. The herb also supports the production of glutathione, which is your body's master antioxidant. Glutathione is essential for detox, and many people with chronic health issues have depleted glutathione levels. For people dealing with metabolic syndrome or insulin resistance, milk thistle can be particularly helpful. It helps improve how your liver processes fats and sugars, which can lead to better sugar management and easier weight management. I also noticed that patients taking milk thistle often report improved energy levels and clearer thinking. The typical dose I recommend is 200 to 400 milligrams of standardized silymarin extract, preferably taken with meals for better absorption. I would say look for supplements that are standardized to contain at least 80% silymarin. Quality matters with any supplement, including the milk thistle supplements. You can choose reputable brands, avoid cheap generic versions that may not contain adequate amounts of active compounds. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey there, I'm Dr. Ergin, an endocrinologist in Port St. Lucie, Florida. I want to talk about some powerful Ayurvedic herbs that have been used for thousands of years to control blood sugar: Gymnema and bitter melon. But the big question is, are they really safe? Let's start with Gymnema sylvestre. Now, this herb has an amazing ability to block sugar receptors on your tongue, making sweet foods taste less appealing. And more importantly, it can help regenerate insulin-producing beta cells in your pancreas and improve your insulin sensitivity. Studies show that Gymnema can reduce blood sugar levels by 18 to 30% in people with diabetes. Then there is bitter melon, which contains compounds that act like natural insulin. It helps glucose enter your cells more effectively and can significantly lower your blood sugar levels. It does not raise your insulin levels. In traditional Ayurvedic medicine, it has been called plant insulin for a good reason. Here's what's important to understand. Just because something is natural and ancient doesn't mean you can use it carelessly either. These herbs are powerful and they can significantly affect your blood sugar levels. So if you are already taking diabetes medications, adding these herbs without asking anybody and dropping your blood sugar may not be a good idea. So always ask some guidance about how to manage your medications when you're on these supplements. The beauty of this Ayurvedic herbs is that they tend to work gently and holistically. Unlike the pharmaceutical drugs that often target one specific pathway, these herbs support multiple aspects of metabolic health. They don't just lower your blood sugar, they help improve your overall insulin function and your cellular health. Gymnema also has an added benefit of reducing sugar craving. Now, bitter melon is also rich in antioxidants and has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. It supports liver health and may even help with weight management, which is crucial for people with insulin resistance. The typical dosing for Gymnema is around 400 to 600 milligram daily as standardized extract, while bitter melon, a lot of people still take between 500 to 1000 milligram a day. But these doses should always be individualized. You may need more, you may need less, depending on your situation. And quality is super crucial when it comes to these Ayurvedic herbs, because you should really look for what you're getting, right? Look for standardized extract from reputable companies that test for purity and potency. Avoid products that don't clearly state the concentration of active compounds. However, pregnant and breastfeeding women should avoid these herbs, and anyone with severe kidney or liver disease should use them only under medical supervision if there is severe kidney and liver problems. Remember, Ayurveda teaches us that the food is medicine and medicine is food. These herbs work best when combined with an appropriate diet and lifestyle that will support your overall health. And if you're interested in exploring these natural approaches to blood sugar management, visit sugarmds.com for more information. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hello there, this is Dr. Ergin. Today I want to clear up the confusion about red meat. It is not about whether you eat red meat, it's about what kind of red meat you choose. Let's start with what you should be eating. Now, grass-fed, pasture-raised beef is completely different from conventional grain-fed beef. Grass-fed meat has a much better omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, higher levels of conjugated linoleic acid, and more antioxidants like vitamin E. When cattle eat their natural diet of grass instead of being stuffed with corn and soy, the nutritional profile of the meat changes dramatically. You get more anti-inflammatory compounds and fewer pro-inflammatory ones. Now, wild game ones like venison, elk, and bison are really excellent choices too. These animals live in their natural environment, eat their natural diet, and are not pumped with all these hormones and antibiotics. The meat is cleaner and has a superior nutrient profile. Now, organ meats from grass-fed animals are also nutrition powerhouses. They're loaded with B vitamins, iron, zinc, and CoQ10. Now, here's what you want to avoid though. Conventional grain-fed beef from factory farms. These animals are fed on a unnatural diet of corn, soy, other grains, often laced with antibiotics and growth hormones. This creates meat that is higher in inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids and lower in beneficial nutrients. The processed meats are actually the real villains here. I'm talking about hot dogs, deli meats, bacon, and sausages that are loaded with nitrates, other chemical preservatives. These compounds can form nitrosamines in your body, which are potentially carcinogenic. Many processed meats also contain added sugars, artificial colors, and other chemicals that have no place in your healthy diet. Now, here's something that most people don't know. The way you cook your red meat matters enormously. High temperature cooking methods like grilling, frying, or charring can create harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, and heterocyclic amines. Instead, try slower cooking methods like braising, slow roasting. These gentler methods preserve the nutrients while avoiding the formation of harmful compounds. So when you do grill, for example, marinate with herbs and spices can significantly reduce the amount of harmful compounds. The quality of fat matters too. Now, grass-fed beef has a much healthier fat profile. The portion size is important as well. You don't need massive steaks. A palm-sized portion of high-quality red meat a few times a week can be part of a healthy diet in diabetics. The key is choosing the right types and preparing them properly. Avoid the processed junk, number one. Choose grass-fed when possible, cook gently, and eat reasonable portions alongside plenty of vegetables. Remember, our ancestors ate red meat for millions of years and thrived. The problem isn't red meat itself. It is the way we have industrialized and processed the meat in modern times. See you in the next video. Welcome to Diabetes, Thyroid, and Hormone Center of the Treasure Coast. I'm Dr. Ergin. We are honored to be part of your care team, and we are committed to providing you with compassionate, thorough, and expert care every single visit. I want to address a few housekeeping items with you, and I'm gonna be honest and real. Wait times and realities of healthcare. Our team works hard to run on time. However, due to complex nature of healthcare system, especially with insurance red tape, delays unfortunately occur. So please work with us. Please know that this is not a reflection of your importance or valuing your time. It is simply the reality of what it takes to care for each patient properly in today's insurance system. But we understand if you want a VIP level service, walk in right on time and walk out anytime you want. If you value that expedited process, priority scheduling, and hence convenience, ask about joining our VIP club, designed specifically for patients who want a premium experience. And something we experience a lot for new patients is that if it takes more than 10 minutes after your appointment time to complete your new patient forms, your appointment may need to be rescheduled. We value your time and the time of every patient. So thank you for helping us stay on track. And if you want to read, you can take it home. And if you don't want to sign it, you don't have to. But if you are in the office, we expect you to sign it on time. And we treat all of our patients with respect and kindness. And we expect the same in return, please. Any form of rudeness, shouting, or disrespect towards our staff, nurses, physicians, will result in immediate discharge from our practice. We take pride in creating a safe, calm space for healing for everyone. I'm going to touch base on prior authorizations and insurance frustrations that we hear. I need to mention this. We are not legally required to complete prior authorizations or insurance paperwork for medications we prescribe, but we often do so as a courtesy to you. Please remember, delays in prior authorizations are caused by mostly insurance companies. Your patience is appreciated, really, while we work behind the scenes tirelessly to advocate for your care. And yes, there may be some phone hold times. And yes, our phones are busy. That is because we are handling enormous volume of calls, many of them involving complex insurance issues, but also people just want to call and chat all the time. That's okay, but you can help us to get to us faster. Why don't you text us or use our automated system instead of calling? You will save time yourself and you will help keep our lines open for those who really need our immediate assistance. And our commitment to you, behind every appointment, is at least an hour of work, reviewing labs, writing notes, calling pharmacies, getting authorizations for your visits. And we love what we do, and we do it because we care. We just ask for a little understanding and respect in return. And guess what? We will do great together, and we cannot wait to see you. Here's the medical protocol that lets diabetics eat any carbs. This is my patient eating regular spaghetti with perfect blood sugar control. Here's a medical protocol that I developed that is changing everything we know about diabetes management. After sharing those breakthrough alternatives, here's my ultimate clinical strategy that allows diabetic patients to enjoy any pasta or rice while maintaining optimal glucose. This protocol has transformed my practice and given my patients their lives back. I call this therapeutic plate architecture, and it is based on decades of research in nutritional biochemistry and hormonal optimization. The plate is divided into 3 precise sections: 1/3 carbohydrate, yes, even regular pasta or rice, 1/3 non-starchy vegetables for fiber, and 1/3 lean protein for hormonal optimization. And here's the clinical mechanism that makes this work. Vegetable fiber creates physical barriers in your digestive tract that slows the glucose absorption. But more importantly, the protein triggers a cascade of beneficial hormones like GLP-1, GIP, CCK, PYY that create natural pharmaceutical-like blood sugar control. Clinical outcomes across many of my patients are remarkable. Isolated pasta consumption averaged 280 milligrams per deciliter for the spike. Using my plate protocol with identical pasta portions, average of 147 milligrams per deciliter. That's a 33% improvement through just nutritional pharmacology. Now, not all vegetables are equal for this protocol. I recommend high fiber, low glycemic options like broccoli, spinach, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, bell peppers. These provide maximum fiber density and beneficial compounds that enhance the insulin sensitivity. For protein, I focus on options that maximize GLP-1 release: lean fish, chicken breast, tofu, tempeh, legumes. These proteins not only trigger beneficial hormones, but also provide sustained satiety that prevents overeating. And timing matters too. I teach patients to eat their vegetables first, then protein, then carbohydrates. This sequence maximizes the hormonal benefits and creates the most stable glucose levels. And the final component is my post-meal ambulation prescription. 10 to 15 minutes of gentle walking after eating, that's it. This activates GLUT4 transporters in muscle tissue, creating insulin-dependent glucose uptake. Your muscles literally vacuum glucose from your bloodstream. Patients following this complete protocol for 6 months showed remarkable improvements. Average A1C reductions around 1.5%, weight loss averaging around 20 pounds, and most importantly, restored quality of life and food freedom. My diabetic patient just ate a huge bowl of pasta and her blood sugar did not spike at all. And here's what happened and why everything you have been told about pasta and diabetes is wrong. As a doctor who has treated thousands of diabetic patients over the past 15 years, I'm about to share something that goes against everything you have been taught in your life. For decades, we have told diabetics that pasta is the enemy. We have made people fear one of the life's greatest pleasures, but I discovered a pasta that actually has less impact on blood sugar than an apple. Let me show you the shocking difference. The traditional barilla spaghetti, the stuff that most people have in their pantry, contains 40 grams of carbs per serving with less than 2 grams of fiber. When patients eat this, their blood sugar rockets to over 200 milligrams per deciliter. It's like injecting glucose directly into your bloodstream. But here's the edamame pasta, and it's revolutionizing how I treat my patients. This medical marvel has only 20 grams of carbs, but packs an incredible 24 grams of protein and 13 grams of fiber. That is more protein than most people get in their entire meal. Look at these actual patient results from my clinic. Regular pasta sends glucose through the roof and keeps it elevated for hours. But edamame pasta, it barely moves the needle. The blood sugar curve is almost flat. Here's the medical magic happening inside your body. The high protein content triggers the release of GLP-1, that is the same hormone found in those expensive diabetes medications like Ozempic that cost $1,000 a month. This hormone naturally slows gastric emptying, which means food moves through your digestive system more slowly, leading to incredibly stable blood sugar levels. And here's the best part. It actually tastes amazing. My patient Maria was pretty skeptical at first. She had been avoiding pasta for 3 years after her diabetes diagnosis, but when she tried this, she couldn't believe the difference. So Maria switched to edamame pasta twice a week and dropped her post-meal glucose from 250 to 140. That's a 44% improvement. Her A1C went from 9.2 to 7.1 in 3 months, and her endocrinologist was speechless. No medication changes, just smarter choices. The fiber in this pasta does not just slow absorption. It feeds your beneficial gut bacteria, which produce short-chain fatty acids that actually improve insulin sensitivity over time. So you're not just managing diabetes, you are potentially improving it at the cellular level and for the long term. But this is just one of the medical breakthroughs that I'm sharing with my patients. In part 2, I'm revealing the rice prescription that lets diabetics eat unlimited portions without any sugar spikes. And if you want to dive deeper into evidence-based diabetes management, check out sugarmds.com, where I share my latest research, books, educational content. So follow for part 2. We'll see you tomorrow. This 73-year-old patient dropped her A1C from 9.2 to 5.6 using this chair exercises and 4 specific supplements. Here's exactly what she did. After showing you 3-to-1 rule and glucose-friendly plate method, here's the final piece that gets you to that 5% A1C even if you're over 60 and think you're too old to exercise. Not all exercise is created equal, is it? Well, age does not have to be a barrier. Muscle is your body's largest glucose storage tank. And here's what works for seniors. And remember, as we get older, we lose muscle mass. That is less space for glucose storage. So we have to keep those muscles up. We're going to do some chair-based resistance training. Perfect for beginners. Seated leg extensions, 10 to 15 reps. Chair push-ups, 5 to 10 reps. Seated arm circles with light weights, 15 to 20 reps. And do this 3 times per week, 15 to 20 minutes total. That's it. And the magic number is just 20 minutes of resistance training can lower blood sugar for up to 24 hours. Your muscles become glucose sponges, pulling sugar from your bloodstream without insulin, without anything. And post-meal walk protocol. This is non-negotiable for A1C control. 15 to 20 minute walk after each meal if you can walk. Even slow walking at 2 to 3 miles per hour will work. You can use a walker or cane, whatever, because movement is a movement. This can prevent the glucose spikes by 30 to 50%. Now for the core 4 supplements for A1C reduction. Berberine, 500 milligrams twice daily, or dehydroberberine, 250 milligrams daily. These act like natural metformin, can lower A1C by 0.5 to 1%. Another thing is magnesium, 400 milligrams daily. Nearly every diabetic is deficient, and it's super important for insulin function. Alpha-lipoic acid, 600 milligrams daily, improves insulin sensitivity and protects against diabetic complications. And thiamine, or even better, benfotiamine, up to 300 milligrams daily, that will help prevent diabetes complications. First month, noticeable weight loss and better sleep. 2 to 3 months, significant A1C improvement, often like 1 to 2% drop. By 6 months or beyond, A1C is in the 5 to 6% range with sustained energy. Now, here's your action plan. Week number 1, eliminate all added sugars. Week number 2, add the vinegar protocol and post-meal walks. Week number 3, implement intermittent fasting. Week 4, add resistance training. And by month 2, consider supplementation that we talked about. For detailed protocols, age-specific guidelines, visit sugarmds.com for my books. And your A1C, let me tell you, is not just a number. This is your ticket to optimal health, that 5% A1C you're looking for. See you in the next video. Welcome to Diabetes, Thyroid, and Hormone Center of the Treasure Coast. I'm Dr. Ergin. We are honored to be part of your care team, and we are committed to providing you with compassionate, thorough, and expert care every single visit. I want to address a few housekeeping items with you, and I'm gonna be honest and real. Wait times and realities of healthcare. Our team works hard to run on time. However, due to complex nature of healthcare system, especially with insurance red tape, delays unfortunately occur. So please work with us. Please know that this is not a reflection of your importance or valuing your time. It is simply the reality of what it takes to care for each patient properly in today's insurance system. But we understand if you want a VIP level service, walk in right on time and walk out anytime you want. If you value that expedited process, priority scheduling, and hence convenience, ask about joining our VIP club, designed specifically for patients who want a premium experience. And something we experience a lot for new patients is that if it takes more than 10 minutes after your appointment time to complete your new patient forms, your appointment may need to be rescheduled. We value your time and the time of every patient. So thank you for helping us stay on track. And if you want to read, you can take it home. And if you don't want to sign it, you don't have to. But if you are in the office, we expect you to sign it on time. And we treat all of our patients with respect and kindness. And we expect the same in return, please. Any form of rudeness, shouting, or disrespect towards our staff, nurses, physicians, will result in immediate discharge from our practice. We take pride in creating a safe, calm space for healing for everyone. I'm going to touch base on prior authorizations and insurance frustrations that we hear. I need to mention this. We are not legally required to complete prior authorizations or insurance paperwork for medications we prescribe, but we often do so as a courtesy to you. Please remember, delays in prior authorizations are caused by mostly insurance companies. Your patience is appreciated, really, while we work behind the scenes tirelessly to advocate for your care. And yes, there may be some phone hold times. And yes, our phones are busy. That is because we are handling enormous volume of calls, many of them involving complex insurance issues, but also people just want to call and chat all the time. That's okay, but you can help us to get to us faster. Why don't you text us or use our automated system instead of calling? You will save time yourself and you will help keep our lines open for those who really need our immediate assistance. And our commitment to you, behind every appointment is at least an hour of work, reviewing labs, writing notes, calling pharmacies, getting authorizations for your visits. And we love what we do, and we do it because we care. We just ask for a little understanding and respect in return. And guess what? We will do great together, and we cannot wait to see you.